Common Mistakes in English, Lesson 8. Topic: Used to.
Well, that wasn't too good. I used to be better. With 2 small children, I just don't have the time to practice anymore. Is there something you used to do? Something you really enjoyed? Why did you stop? Maybe by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to tell me.
In this lesson, we'll look at 3 common expressions: used to, be used to, and get used to. They can easily cause confusion because there are similarities in form and in meaning. This is a lesson in 2 parts. In part 1, we'll cover used to and be used to. Let's first look at used to. This structure expresses that something was true or common in the past, but isn't now. Or it expresses that something happened often in the past, but doesn't happen now. So we can use this structure to describe past states and situations or past events and actions. What's important to understand is that this structure helps us create a contrast between the past and the present. Let's look at 2 examples. I used to be better at the piano. This means I was better in the past, now I'm not that good. And the second example, I used to play more often. This means in the past I played more often. I don't play much anymore. Do you see the contrast? This idea of contrasting the past and the present can be expressed more than one way. I used to play a lot means the same as I do not play a lot now. I do not play a lot anymore. I no longer play a lot. So used to means not now, not anymore, no longer. The difference is that this expression used to is a past tense structure. Let's look more closely at the structure or form in affirmative and negative statements. The first is affirmative. I used to practice regularly. We have used to plus the base verb. The second statement is negative. I didn't used to complain about not having time to practice. Didn't plus used to plus the base verb. Note that didn't already signals the past, so used to is written without that ed ending. Now let's look at the structure of questions. Did you used to play a lot? The structure is did plus subject plus used to plus the base verb. It's also fairly common to ask negative questions. Didn't you used to take lessons? We ask this negative question because we think we're right, but we need somebody to confirm our information. And then, of course, we could ask a question with a question word or phrase. Example, how often did you used to play? Question word plus did plus subject plus used to plus base verb. Please note 2 different pronunciations of this structure. When it's followed by a consonant sound, we do not pronounce used to with a full vowel sound. To becomes t. I used to practice regularly. I didn't used to complain so much. Both the affirmative and the negative form have the same pronunciation, used to. In contrast, we keep the full vowel sound when the structure is followed by a vowel sound or when it stands at the end of a statement. For example, I used to entertain my grandmother with my music. Do you play? I used to. Exercise 1. Watch the video clip and then answer the question. Example. Listen to Jennifer talk about playing the piano.
When I was younger, I used to practice quite often.
Which statement is true about Jennifer? A. She practices more now than she did in the past. B. She practiced more in the past than she does now. C. She has always practiced a lot. Answer B. 1. Listen to Gina talk about her work.
What do you do?
I am retired.
What kind of work did you used to do?
I used to be a social worker for troubled families.
Which statement is true about Gina? A. She helps troubled families. B. She doesn't want to retire. C. She was a social worker, but no longer is. Answer C. 2. Listen to Carol talk about sports.
Do you play sports?
I used to.
Which statement about Carol is true? A. She doesn't play sports anymore. B. She never played sports. C. She can't play sports. Answer A. 3. Listen to Carol talk about tennis.
How often did you play tennis?
I used to play tennis almost every day.
Which statement about Carol is true? A. She continues to play tennis as often as she can. B. There was a time in the past when she played nearly every day. C. She's better now at tennis than she ever was in the past. Answer B. Watch and listen. Try to answer these two questions. 1. Is it easy for Jennifer to play this fast piece of music? 2. Is she comfortable playing the piano on camera?
My fingers just aren't used to moving that fast. I'm also not used to performing on camera, so I'm a little nervous.
The answers? It's not easy for Jennifer to play this fast piece of music. She isn't comfortable playing the piano on camera. This second structure, be used to, expresses that something is familiar, comfortable, or normal for someone. It's not limited to the past. In fact, very often we use it to describe what we're accustomed to in the present. Let's look at two examples. My fingers aren't used to moving that fast. This means it's not easy for my fingers to move that fast. It's not a normal activity. I'm not used to performing on camera means I'm not comfortable performing on camera. Now let's look at form. We have two examples. I'm used to my electronic keyboard. I'm not used to performing on camera. In both statements, the verb of be agrees with the subject. The first statement is affirmative, the second is negative. This structure is followed by an object. It answers the question what. The object can be a noun or pronoun, or a gerund, the ing form of the verb. We're going to pause now. If you'd like to review what you've learned so far in Part 1, I invite you to EnglishCafe.com. I offer an exercise on used to and be used to. My username is JenniferESL. Follow the direct link listed in the video description. This is the end of Part 1. Be sure to watch Part 2. I'll see you there.